2K Sports, glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night. Stan, both teams here love to get out and run the floor.
Oh yeah, this pace is going to be incredible. Our heads will literally be on a swivel tonight, Kevin, and we're going to see a lot of plays in transition and maybe a lot of turnovers as well.
Well, we're buckled in either way. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Zach LaVine is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Moore in at the small forward. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Yeah, look, when your best players can't stay on the floor, that's a problem. It puts your team in a really difficult position to win.
Here's Z. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Chicago with the ball. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I spoke with the Heat's head coach. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete. He can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who is guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways, and that'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. For 3, and again, no good by Chicago.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3 ball is good. Giddey's got 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And he makes that one.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. It's White on the wing. Rebound by Sohan.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Here's Moore. Following the score by Miami. Outside, LaVine takes the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Z. Light covering. Z, good. And it's 13 points for Z.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Moore passes to White. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
And stolen by Giddey. Here's LaVine, and the jam by LaVine.
A way to seize the opportunity. Levine just smashing that one home.
Here's Z, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
The Heat leading by 7. Driving to the basket. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions.
Number 15.
That one misses. Johnson against Mitchell. Johnson, the pass to Harrison. Puts up a deep 3. The shot misses. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game. Checked in for the Heat. Z comes in for Lonzo Ball. The Bulls making a change here as well. Harrison's checked in for Zach LaVine. The Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Mitchell. Then there's Z. And it's Larson in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Bitadze. They get the rebound. Pass to Daniels. Johnson kicks to Daniels. To the middle. Jackson in the corner. Daniels passes to Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Johnson's got it back down to single digits for Chicago. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the 76ers played some superb basketball. He scored an amazing number of points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Johnson. Down low, here's Jackson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Z, good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
1:07 left in the first half of the game. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Miami leading by 10. 14 feet away. The rebound by Bitadze.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And Johnson with the stuff.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Harrison. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That's tipped, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. A new lineup here for the Bulls. 23 seconds left in the first half. Giddey, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Z, good. There's White. Scoreless thus far. Outside, Levine. And so we conclude the first half. Heat out front, up by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
28. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play? And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Heat.
Dominant performance.
And that is it for half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Z.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through two quarters.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. The guard set is Giddey and White. Robinson is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Moore in at the small forward. Z, good.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Outside, LaVine. Back to Moore. And that one is hammered home.
And LaVine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Z can't get it to go.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that? Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Bulls trail by 13. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Giddey kicks to White. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Robinson. Giddey, no good.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
They get it back. Adebayo on the follow.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in.
Here's Z, and he comes up with the deuce. Z's got 7 points for the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Giddey. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Here's Z, and the layup is good. Z's got 38 points.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Giddey the pass to White. It's hauled in by the Heat.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Z, and it's good for 2. Z's got 11 in the second half.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And here is Giddey. 8 points for him. And here's Moore outside. Drills it from outside. Moore's got 5 points so far.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Z, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
White looking around. Robinson a screen on Hero. And it's White missing.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
The 10-footer. And again it will fall. Basket good there from Z. Z's got 44.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Giddey, no one around him. Off target from outside.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Jackson comes in for Kobe White. And Daniels subbed in for Josh Giddey. Z, good.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. To halt the run, Levine's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And so it's Miami, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting light. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry.
Checked in for ball. And the Bulls making a change also. Giddey's checked in. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
They've got Mitchell, also Z out there, and it's Roddy in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls, and that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Roddy. There's the triple. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. For the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Jaquez has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The drive by Mitchell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Bean comes in for Jackson. Morris checked in for Johnson. And it's Kobe White in for Daniels. Giddey finds Moore. Yep, it counts. Moore's got 10 points in just the second half.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Here's Z. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey the pass to White. Here's Levine. 1:32 left in the game. Giddey with the bounce pass. Robinson goes in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Miami.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Z.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
The finish. And another one falls. Amazing. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And there's the drive. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Z. And a miss there on the triple.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
White with it. Moore outside. Puts up a three. That one's not going to go. Here's Z. And got it! Another basket. That's 62 points. 62!
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so